Very good. Now we're going to cover irregular plural formations, because not everything is plural just by adding an S to the noun. Okay? We're going to see first the ones that suffer a modification in the stem. Examples of these words are, let me show you here, baby, which stem finishes in a Y, but you need to change it for an I, and that is the modification in the stem. Cavity, jelly, and berry. The four examples show a modification in the stem of the singular form of the word. When you pass it to the plural, the stem suffers a modification. So this is one irregular plural formation. There are others which have a completely different set involving other suffixes. So there are other suffixes apart from S which mean plural in English. Which are they? Well, you can see that the plural of child is not childs. The plural of ox is not ox. The plural of brothers, brethren, that would be a very old English for brothers. Chicken, wolf, wife, and knife. The three of them suffer a modification in this. Let me see. Wolf, wife, and knives. They suffer a modification in the stem too. Let me change this for this. Yeah. So the original form is wolf with an F, and the modification the stem changes to wolves. So there you go. That's it. Let me save this. Now we have an internal change in the stem. Internal, that means it's an infix. The plural will be an infix then, because it's an internal change in the stem, meaning plural. It's not that we add an S, but the internal part changes. For example, in the word tooth, that changes to teeth. Man, that changes to man. Woman, that changes to women. And goose, that changes to geese. These are plural infixes in English. Finally, we have a different plural form, and this has to do with no changes. The word remains unchanged. For example, one fish, two fish, three fish. One deer, two deer, three deer. They don't change, they are just like that. If you know of other examples, you can tell me and I will add to this list. Okay, clear? So, nouns in English. We're studying nouns in English. We saw that nouns have three different plurals of nouns have three different pronunciations, and plurals have different irregular formations as well. Now we're going to look at possession. Okay, this is a different category, possession. English nouns also have inflection for another category, which is possession. Possessive forms are marked by an inflectional affix. We will call it S2. The pronunciation of the possessive is identical to the plural one. What does possession look like in English? Like this, apostrophe S. This is possession in English. And you have the same exercise because the same rules are applied. So, how do you say the letter of the judge? The judge's letter. So, is the possessive form. Truck. The engine of the truck. The truck's engine. Engine. The same happens with mayor, with church, with pilot, and Jane. For example, St. James's Park. St. James's Park. My son's name is Max. I usually ask my daughter, is this your eraser? Like this, for example. Is this your eraser? And she says, no, it's Max's. Max's. Okay, so because of the rules, yes. Remember, the same rules for pluralization apply to the rules for possessives. What else does it say? It says English nouns also have inherent gender with important grammatical consequences. What does it mean? It means that there is no suffix that shows gender in English. For example, a female cat, for example, is not kata or kato. Okay? They are just inherent. Inherent means that they are born with that gender. Okay? Arbitrarily, which there is no reason why. Okay? So male persons are masculine, female persons are feminine, and some animals are included in this gender system. For example, a cow is always female and a bull is always male. Okay? So here you have the chart. You need to look in a dictionary for the male form of a horse, the female form of a horse, the baby morphological form of a horse, and the place where horses are kept. So, have you looked? I have the answers here. What do you call a male horse, for example? Or a female horse? Here you get. A stallion would be a male horse. A mare is a female horse. A foal is a baby horse. And you keep horses in a stable. What about cows? A male cow is a bull. Female cow is a cow. A baby cow is a calf. And they are kept in a cow shed. What about pig? The male pig is called a boar. The female pig is a sow. The baby pig is a piglet. And they are kept in a pigsty. Pigsty. Yeah, that's a good word. What about poultry? Okay, you have a cock or a rooster for male, a hen for a female, chicken for baby, and they are kept in a fowl run. Yes, that's the name of the place where they are kept. Let's continue. It says, things and some animals are in the gender category neuter. Neuter. Okay, they are not male or female, they are neuter. Okay, for example, an eraser is an it, is a neuter. There. A ruler is also neuter. It's not a she or a he. Okay, but there are exceptions to this rule. These rules. For example, baby. Baby is supposed to be he or she, but it's actually it. Look at this sentence. The baby fell down from its cot. And ship. A ship must be it, but it's a female. The ship lost her captain. Even spaceships, like in Star Trek or in Star Wars, they are she. Okay. Learning problems. Which learning problems would a person studying English have? Well, definitely they have problems with plural pronunciations. They don't know how to pronounce plurals properly, and nor the rules. Also, students learning English have problems with irregular plural formations. They have problems pronouncing possessive forms. They have problems with all the names of the animals. They just know the general name. And this neuter thing with the exceptions are super confusing. So these exceptions are the problems. Okay. So pronunciation is a problem, negative transfer of possessive, because we say, instead of the teacher's car, you say the car of the teacher. We say like that because of Spanish. And gender issues. Okay, this refers more to English speakers learning Spanish, because they never know if mesa is female or male. Okay, so they have many problems with gender. Clear? Questions? Okay, I have five more minutes. Mass nouns and count nouns. Mass nouns are used to measure amount or volume. Okay, examples, we have water, coffee, or paper. Yes, paper. We don't say un papel in English. And count nouns are used to measure number. For example, a chair, table, elephant. Is missing there. Problems arise when a word classified as mass in one language is count in the other. For example, papel, harina, pan in Spanish are normally countable. We say, voy a comprar un pan, o traje dos, pasamos por un pan, or something like that. Yeah? Quiero dos harinas del súper. In English, we don't say like that, or we're not supposed to say like that. Okay? So there is a problem, an issue there. When talking about this a or some construction, we can say that a is used with nouns in singular and some is used with nouns in plural. That's a rule for English. What about some used with mass nouns? Do we use some with mass nouns? Yes, we say some water, some coffee, some rice. Yes, it is possible then. To make a singular reference to a mass noun, it is necessary to use a counter. What are counters? A piece of, a bar of, a grain of, a bit of, a glass of, etc., etc. These are called counters, and they are used to make a singular reference for a mass uncountable noun. The two more obvious features of the distinction between mass and count nouns are: number one, the lack of a plural form for mass nouns. We cannot pluralize water. Waters, yes, but in limited contexts. Yes. Papers, yes, like that. Yes. And the restriction of the indefinite determiner a to appear with singular count nouns. Okay, we need to specify a chair, a table, a ruler, and that restricts it. Okay. Then you have an exercise. Okay. The board will meet tomorrow to consider your application. Board here is a count noun. Okay, it's a group of people. It's not the thing that we use at the university. The information is a mass noun. It's uncountable. A strange comment. It says a comment, so immediately we think of a count noun. Health is a mass noun. Music is a mass noun. A brandy is a count noun. It has a brandy, so it's a count noun. Okay, 2 more minutes and I finish. In Spanish, the same distinctions between mass and count noun exist, but with fewer grammatical consequences. Why? Because we count everything in Spanish. Okay, we say una harina, un agua, etc., etc. We count everything. So here you have an exercise. Do we have what do you call it? A counter in Spanish? Yes, we have the word un poco de. Un poco de. The only counter that we have. No, the only counter. Yeah. And in this, a counter for mass nouns is un poco de. Un poco de harina, un poco de arroz, etc., etc. Okay. I will give you the answer to this because I'm running out of time again. So I will post the answers here so that you can check. Okay? Goodbye. See you soon. And I hope I have clarified doubts. If you have more doubts, write to me. See you. Bye.